School taught us how to find X, but never how to pay rent. It taught us about the mitochondria, but not how to buy a house. And let's be honest, most of us left school with zero idea how money, investing, or even starting a business actually works. So today, I am breaking down 10 things school never taught you about money and business, but should have. By the end of this video, you'll know how to avoid the financial mistakes that keep people broke, build real wealth, and start thinking like an entrepreneur. Let us start with the basics. Because if you don't understand this, first point, you'll always stay broke, no matter how much you earn. 1. Most people grow up believing money is the goal. That's why so many people chase high salaries, only to still feel broke. But here's the truth. Money is just a tool. It buys freedom, time, and opportunities. The wealthy ask one powerful question. How can I make my money work for me? For example, instead of saving every penny in a bank account earning 0.5%, they invest in assets like index funds, real estate, or businesses that actually grow. Think about it. If you save $10,000 in a bank, it's just sitting there. But if you invest that $10,000 into something that grows at 8% a year, in 10 years, you've almost doubled it. Without working extra hours, that's why the mindset shift is huge. Dante just work for money. Put money to work for you. 2. Debt can be good or very bad. 2, 10, 2, 3, 10. In school, debt was treated as a dirty word.
But here's the nuance. Not all debt is created equal.
Bad debt, credit cards, payday loans, car loans. A new car loses value the moment you drive it out of the dealership, and the interest buries you. Good debt, borrowing to buy assets that produce income or grow in value. Think of real estate rental income, business equipment, or even a student loan. If it helps you earn more later, Amazon, Apple, Tesla, they all took on debt to grow faster. The key is this. If debt helps you make money, it can be good. If debt only costs you money, it's poison. You don't get paid for time. You get paid for value. 3:10 to 4. School teaches us to trade hours for dollars. Let me give you an example. A fast food worker might work 40 hours a week and earn minimum wage. Meanwhile, a consultant might work 2 hours a week and earn $2,000. Value. A freelancer who solves a $10,000 problem for a company can charge $1,000 for 1 hour of work. That's not because they worked longer, but because their skills created more value. Lesson. Stop focusing on how many hours you work. Start focusing on what skills you can develop that are worth more in the marketplace. Taxes are your biggest expense, 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock. If you earn a salary, you're probably paying the highest tax rates out there. But the wealthy? They legally reduce taxes using strategies you've never been taught. Business owners deduct expenses before paying tax. Real estate investors use depreciation to lower their taxable income. Investors often pay lower capital gains tax than employees pay in income tax. The lesson? If you only earn a paycheck, you're stuck. 5. In school, networking was called cheating. But in business, networking is winning. Here's the truth. Opportunities come from people, not just talent, not just knowledge. One introduction can land you a new client, a business partner, or even an investor. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how some people always seem lucky? They aren't lucky. They have a strong network. They're in rooms where opportunities are shared. So start networking online. Join communities. Go to meet. Even sending a DM on LinkedIn can change your career. 6. Multiple streams of income are a must. 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. School taught us to rely on one income. Our job, but millionaires? Most wealthy people build 3, 4, or even 7 income streams. These could include a full-time job, a side hustle, investments, rental properties, online businesses, even a small second income, like $200 a month online, creates freedom. It could pay your phone bill, cover groceries, or get reinvested to grow more. The point is simple. Relying on one income stream is risky. If you lose your job, you're done. Multiple streams equals safety net plus growth. 7. Inflation quietly steals your wealth. 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Here's the thing, no teacher told us. Inflation eats your savings. That $100 today, in 10 years, it might only buy $70 worth of goods. If your money isn't growing, it's shrinking. That is why saving cash under your mattress or in a basic bank account isn't enough. The solution? Invest in assets that beat inflation. Index funds grow around 7 to 10% per year on average. Real estate tends to rise in value long term. Even starting a small business can outpace inflation. So don't just save, make sure your money grows faster than inflation. 8. Failure isn't the end. It's part of the process. 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. In school, failure meant bad grades, punishments, embarrassment. But in business, failure is just tuition for success. Every successful entrepreneur you know has failed multiple times. Steve Jobs was fired from Apple. Elon Musk almost went bankrupt with Tesla, and J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter. The difference? They didn't stop. They used failure as feedback. So instead of fearing failure, ask, what lesson is this teaching me? 9. Time is more valuable than money. 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Here's a secret wealthy people understand. Time is your most valuable currency. You can always make more money, but you can't make more time. That's why wealthy people outsource low-value tasks. They hire cleaners, assistants, or use automation so they can focus on high-value work. Ask yourself, if you spend 40 years working just for money, but never buy back your time, what's the point? The real flex isn't a fancy watch. It's controlling your own calendar. 10. Financial freedom greater than fancy lifestyle. 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. School taught us to glorify titles and salaries. Doctor, lawyer, CEO? But true wealth isn't about job titles. It's about freedom. Financial freedom means waking up and choosing what you do with your day. That's way more powerful than driving a Lamborghini while still being chained to a job you hate. The real goal, not looking rich, being free. So, there you have it too. 10 things school never taught you about money and business. If you understand and apply these principles, you're already ahead of 90% of people. School gave us knowledge, but not financial wisdom. That part is up to us. If you found this video valuable, hit that like button so more people can see it. And let me know in the comments, which of these 10 things do you wish you learned earlier? If you want to keep learning how to build wealth and freedom, make sure you subscribe, because I've got some game-changing videos coming up.